Okay, so I should be coming online now here. So I streamed some last night, and I thought I'd go ahead and do it again today. Let's bring this a little closer. Oh, looks like I need to kill my Twitch audio. Okay, so I thought I'd do some more today, since I had fun with it last night. I'm gonna do a shorter trip today. I'm going to go. Looks like we're gonna go pick up some packaging. Last night after I streamed, I drove over to Milano. Not Milano. Venezia. And so I'm there now. And it's actually looks like 4:44 in the morning. So most of my drive should be in the daytime. I am still having horrible frame rates in these cities. And I'm not encoding with my CPU, but it really does seem to be CPU bound. I guess it's time to upgrade or something. No, I don't have. Okay. So those yellow signs, I always forget what they mean, but the yellow signs mean that others have to yield to me. Basically, it's saying that I have the right of way. Dang it. I have the right of way. So, kind of the opposite of a yield sign. It's a clear, you're clear to go. Anyway, so that guy's got a right-of-way sign, and I've got a yield sign. And let's pick up my load. Okay, so the freight market. I'm sticking with the idea of not doing external. Oh, here's the one. Okay. So I wanted to stay within Italy, so we're doing a fairly short one. 13 tons of truck tires. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I can do that again real quick. Too late. Okay. I'd actually seen a thing, and I didn't know this, and I always forget this, that you can change the skin on the trailer, and I never think to do that. But that's okay. We can go with this skin. Anyway, I just thought after having an enjoyable time streaming, even though I didn't end up with any viewers, I'd like to give it another try here, and do another drive through Italy. I currently have my Tobii 4C enabled. As with last night, I still don't think didn't quite make that. I still don't think I have my settings quite the way I want them. But for some things it's nice. So I still feel like they need to have more light in these trailer pickup and drop off areas. Nope, I missed it. Okay, I do have advanced trailer on, so let's see if we can see here. Where am I? Get out and take a look here. Okay, I got my Tobii's interfering here. Okay, what have we got? Okay, I'm too far to the passenger side. Okay. Means I need to go forward a little, do a little serpentine. Ow, and kill the engine. We are doing awesome already. Okay, from here it looks like I'm too far to the driver's side, but I'm gonna make it this time. There we go. Okay. So, time to put that guy away. And actually, so it looks like I've got a 2-hour drive ahead of me and 10 hours before I have to rest. I just rested before I started streaming, so 2-hour drive, not a big deal. And I've got 6 hours to do it in. We should be good to go, even if I mess up. We'll go ahead and drop my tag. Do a tug test. Yep, we're good to go. We are connected. Anyway, I'm gonna try and use the Tobii tracker a little more heavily today. Although out on the open road, it just still, I think, causes more problems than it helps. I am sorry about the frame rate. I don't know if there's much I can do about it. It's just the area I'm in is pulling a lot of cycles from the CPU. My GPU's almost idling along, so I don't know if there's a whole lot I can do about that. I'm gonna go ahead and kill that for now. I just turned off the Toby. We'll get going. So on my trip over here last night, so last night I had driven over to, let's see, I did the drop in Milano. I think Milano's where I did the drop. And then I picked up a trailer and I drove over here to Venezia, or however it's said. And I actually took a wrong turn and ended up driving all the way over here before I could turn around. Got turned around, came back, and dropped it off. So hopefully we won't do a repeat of that today. But no promises. There's that. One of the things I wanted to talk about that I didn't get a chance to talk about last night, or forgot to talk about last night, is that again, I've got this on my controls here, and so you can kind of see what I'm doing. But as you'll notice, I'm not sure exactly how to approach this, but I ordered an SKRS back in August. Now, anybody who's been involved in the SKRS debacle could say, well, you didn't wait nearly as long as I've waited because you've only waited 2 months, which is true. I haven't waited nearly as long as some people have, but I am fed up with it, and that is bad business practice. I'm currently trying to get my refund, which I'm assuming I'm never going to get at this point. Man, that frame rate, 17. Yeah, 17 frames per second and 50% on the GPU. So, there you go. You know what? I'm going to check something really quickly. Let's just pause this, and then I'm going to hop out. I just want to make sure that I am encoding with the GPU like I think I am. I am. Okay, so that should... The fact that the GPU is idling along fairly... anyway, so I ordered the SKRS because, I mean, I saved up for a little bit and I was really excited for that, and ordered it, and on their website they say, hey, this could take 2 to 3 weeks or more. Now they do put an or more in there, which is, I guess, the only thing you could say that would be in their favor on the whole deal. And I was okay with that. I said, well, you know, if it takes a little bit of extra time to get it, I'm okay with that. I'd really like to have it. For anybody that doesn't know, the SKRS is a piece of hardware made by a company called CSIO Tech. And what it is they took an actual semi-shift knob, which has a splitter and a shift toggle, as well as the new Easy Jake add-on as well, and they put those onto a Arduino and pass it through as a USB controller for trucking sims like myself. And it's not a trivial purchase. If you get it with Easy Jake and everything, you're looking at about $150. So it's not a trivial add-on. But for those of us who like playing trucking sims, it could be a worthwhile add-on. And so I ordered it knowing it was going to take some time. And then I actually waited about 5 weeks, and I had not heard anything. My order still said in processing. So I got onto their ticketing system and I put in a ticket. I said, hey, I would like to have an update of my order. I tried to be nice about it. I said I'd like an update of my order so I know how things are going. I was actually okay with waiting longer. That wasn't the end of the world. I just wanted to know what the status was. And I got, sorry, just a second, I'm pausing for a second here. I got absolutely no response. They didn't say a thing. It wasn't, hey, you know, I expected a response of, hey, we're back ordered, we're working on them as quickly as we can, or something to that effect, right? Some kind of a courtesy customer call, or a response. And there was no such thing. And so I then waited another week. I actually had to go out of town for work, and I waited another week. because I was busy with that. And when I got back, I checked on it. I hadn't received any emails, so I wrote in and I said, hey, it's been a week. I would really like a status update on this. I'd like to know how my order's coming. And I got nothing. And in the meantime, I started doing more research I wish I had done before I ever answered the call or made the order. Now, my assumption when I made the order was, well, they're probably the only ones that make this kind of a thing. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, they started as a Kickstarter campaign, and so they got actually a lot. They were like way overfunded from what they requested, and they started making them at that point. So then I looked into that and said, okay, maybe, but what I found is there were lots of people in the same state as me, and actually lots of people who had waited a lot longer than me, like 6 months, and they were in the exact same boat. Heard nothing from the company, and were just in limbo per se. And so at that point, I waited another 4 days to see if I was going to get a response still, and I still didn't get a response. And so then I wrote in on that same ticket, a ticket that had never had a response to it despite being in for a week and a half at that point. And I said, okay, I'm done. I'd like you to cancel my order. I included my order number. And I said, please cancel my order. Now, a caveat here. If you go to their website and you look at the fine print when you order, it says, it's going to take 2 to 3 weeks or more to ship. So they throw that or more in there to try and cover their butts. And then they say, anytime up until your order ships, you can cancel your order and get a refund. No fees, money back, not a problem, no questions asked. So I said, well, I want you to cancel my order. And I didn't hear anything back. So I started, and at the same time, I started another ticket. There was no way in there to just click and say, I want to cancel my order. So my only option was really to say, well, let's open a ticket and cancel my order. So I opened a second ticket with the title, cancel order or order cancel or something. Sorry, I just had a call that I'm going to ignore because I don't recognize it. Anyway, and I said I'd like to cancel my order. And that ticket got no response. And so in my reading, some people said, well, sometimes they respond on their Facebook page. So I found their Facebook page for their company, not stalking them personally or anything, but the Facebook page for the company. And I said, okay, in that case, but let's take this route. And sorry, I just realized something. Normally on the Toby, I turn off the vertical. I have no reason to look around vertically, so I'm going to get rid of the up and down. Okay, and I wrote on there, and I said I would like my order canceled. I included my order number. Oh crap! What? I have no idea what just happened. I think I just changed the wrong axis. Oh crap. Okay, so steering axis. Okay, that was really bad. Look up down axis. That's what I get for talking and writing or driving at the same time, huh? And we're off. Okay, so that was what I did. I went ahead and called them or wrote them on Facebook because I'd heard, well, that's the way you get a hold of these guys. So I did it. And well, no response. So I was hoping, well, if this is the way to get in contact with them, maybe I'll get a response. Man, that's going to be bad on my bottom line here. Anyway, and so I wrote them, no response. And so then I started doing more digging, right? And found out, yep, lo and behold, I'm really not the only one. Pretty much everybody who's ordered within the last year is in the same boat as me. No order, and no response, no tickets, nothing. Just a media blackout. I also found that if you're a big YouTuber, which I'm not, you might get your order because they want the good publicity of sending you your order and having your good reviews. Man, my frame rate is Still horrible. I'm sorry, this is terrible as far as streaming goes. My frame rate is horrendous, and I'm gonna see if I can figure out why really quickly. Just a second. Let's pause. Anyway, let's go over here and look. Processes. What is eating up all my OBS is? Oh, you know what's part of it? I have the preview turned on in OBS, but that's not all of it. Okay, so we'll get rid of that. Okay, that might help some. Okay, so oh, that looks that I think that's looking better already. Okay, sorry, that was my bad, rookie mistake here. So I had done the Facebook thing, and then I started doing more research and found out that yeah, everybody's in the same boat. And there was this one really good blog, and I may actually link it in here. And oh, and in the meantime, I also found out that there is another company that makes such a thing. Now, my guess is that they're a company that came up in the wake of, well, they never respond to anything. And so they were able to step in and say, look, you know what, we can do this too. And so that's where they are. It's called Tech Affliction. And they make what they call the Mega Shifter, which is the same thing, except, at least from their marketing stuff, he points out some of the things that are wrong with the SKRS, and sounds like legitimate stuff. I'm not an expert, but I also know that it could very well be marketing hype. Anyway, so I got looking, I said, well, you know what, as soon as I get my refund, I'm going to order one of these. Well, no refunds coming through, and pretty much no way I'm ever going to get a refund, but I did find some other, actually, YouTube guy who's a whole lot bigger than me, had written up this blog article saying, look, I'm in the same boat, and nobody should ever buy from these people. They're horrible. This is what I've done. And one of the things he did was he tried to get his credit card to reverse the charge. Now, this is hard to do because, you know, normally a credit card reversal is pretty simple. Credit cards are pretty lenient. But in my case, it was 51 days ago that this charge was made, because they charge as soon as you order. They don't deliver ever, but they charge you right as soon as they order, which makes me think that they're, buying parts for new ones using my money, and then when somebody else orders, then they'll use that person's money to buy my order, and maybe one day make it, or probably not even my order, some guy long before me who ordered already. And so anyway, so I got looking into this other company, and I was like, okay, if I ever get my refund, I'm gonna buy this. It was a little more expensive, more like $180, especially because I said, well, if I'm gonna do it, I'll go ahead and get the Eaton Fuller medallion, which is an extra 15, so 185 at that point. But you know what? I think that would be worth it in the end. The other thing that this guy did on his blog is he opened a Better Business Bureau complaint against them. So I went to the site, and they had 14 complaints. And he said that he never got a response on his Better Business Bureau complaint. So I went to the site, and of the 14 complaints that they had against them, only 3 had been responded to. So I tried to call them on their phone. They've got a phone listed on their website. And I tried to call them and had a voicemail. Now, I fully expect to never get an answer to this voicemail. And that's my expectation at this point. They have done nothing to make me expect otherwise, but due process, at least I tried to cancel it by phone. I got a voicemail, left a voicemail with my order number and my phone number and my name, asking them to cancel it and call me if they have any questions. I have yet to receive a call, and that's where I am right now. That's the state I am in as far as it goes to CSIO. Okay, so I'm here. I've delivered. Looks pretty good. That was actually my best backing in a while, especially if you watched me last night. So, I opened a Better Business Bureau and got no response. My complaint has yet to get a response on it yet, and last I checked, they have yet to cancel my order yet. So Thursday, so on October 19th, I went ahead and I ordered a mega shifter from Tech Affiliate. I've yet to have word that it's been shipped, but it is, at least looks like there's something about it. And we'll see how it goes. So that one's $185. So I've got $150 in the SKRS and $185 in the Tech Affiliate mega shifter. And I fully expect to get that mega shifter long before I ever have word from CSIO. I think one of my next ones is I'm actually going to try and have the charge reversed, despite being a month and a half old, see if my bank will reverse it. I've got proof on my side, although this guy said he tried to do the same and that his bank sided with them because they somehow convinced the bank that it was a legitimate charge. So that's where I am with CSIO. Anybody watching this, I highly suggest do not buy from CSIO. I don't necessarily have a problem with the quality of their device. I do have a problem with the business ethics of their company, and I think that it's a horrible company, an unethical company, and I hope to stop anybody else from making that same $150 mistake that I did in the future. CSIO, if you're listening to this, you need to fix up your business practices, get people their shifters, and have some happy customers. It sounds like it's a quality product, and if you keep your customers happy, you could be a good company. But I think at this point, maybe you're overwhelmed, maybe you just don't care. But you need to change the way you do your business. Otherwise, it is going to come back to haunt you long term. Anyway, that's enough of a rant today. I just made a run. And now from Venezia to Bologna, a new area for me to drive. Sadly, I didn't get to see much of it because I was complaining about CSIO too much. But if and when I get in my mega shifter, you will see it here in the view, and I'll be able to show people how that works. And I'd like to give a review on it. And if I ever, if CSIO refuses to cancel my order and one day I actually receive an SKRS in the mail, which, could be 2 years from now, I will gladly give a comparison of the two at that point. I'm sure that they're both quality pieces of hardware that will greatly enhance my shifting enjoyment. But until that day comes, and even after that day comes, if I did perchance get one in the mail, I still hold to the idea that their business choices are highly questionable, and they need to rethink what they as a company are doing. With that, I'm going to go ahead and hit continue. I realize that I did not take a snapshot, so I'm hoping my trailer's still here, which it is. So let's go ahead and take a photo studio, get myself a shot for this video, other than what YouTube just automatically gives me. Okay, we are going to come in close. I like these up close shots. And we're going to go like this. Yeah, something like that. I wonder if I can get so I've got so it looks just blue from this angle, but it's actually not just blue. Well, I'm going to go from the other side. Let's see if I go down low. No, let's see if I go up high, I can. No, there's just not enough sun to get it. That's what the problem is right now. Okay, we're going to do something like that. And take a screenshot. And that'll be it. For anybody that watched, thanks for joining in and listening to me talk badly about CSIO. And thank you much. Bye.